Okay. So today's video is all about breakup structure, and most of the people do breakup structure wrong. So this is one of the most important concepts you have to learn to trade because you will be using this a lot during trading. Okay. So yeah, most of the people just mess this up a lot. I have my friends who messed it up as well, but yeah, let's learn about it. This will most probably be like a two-part video. So first part I'll just teach you the concepts, and then next part we'll do the graph. So that'll be easier. So it will probably be a short video. So yeah, so I taught you guys how to mark highs and lows. So if you guys don't know about that, go watch the previous video. I guess it's I told you guys about this in the video of trends, I guess. So yeah, so usually this is how an uptrending market looks like, and this is how a downtrending market looks like. So this is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, which I taught you in the previous video, and this is lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high for a downtrending market. So basically, break of structure is when, for example, in the case of a uptrending market, this much is called an uptrending market over here. Let me reduce the color so that it'll be visible. Yeah. So this part till what I've drawn, this till this rectangle is an uptrending market. So break of structure for an uptrending market, we will usually mark it as on top. So the thing you should remember about break of structure is in order for it to be a break of structure towards the upside, it has to close above the most recent high. So this is the most recent high. Just consider this much. Like this is the most recent high, and then this became a new recent high. So it's an uptrending market. So this one is called a breakup structure. I hope you can understand. So you have to break the recent high. So you breaking the high is called a breakup structure. For this uptrending example, so BOS, I will be using BOS in the future. So don't get confused because of that. So BOS stands for breakup structure. So high, we just break this high so that this will become a breakup structure. Then the next newly formed high is this one, and then we create a higher low, and then again we created a higher high. So this one is the new high, higher high. So this is the second breakup structure, and you call the down move as you call it as retracement or pullback. People usually call it as retracement or pullback. So don't get confused when others say pullback and retracement. I hope you're noting all this down. So I just made it so that it won't take much time. I just made this notes already. So and then for downtrending, don't think about this now, but yeah, I'll talk about it later. So for downtrending market, usually we have in order for it to be a break of structure, we have to watch out for the lows. So, in order for it to be a break of structure to the downside, it should close below the low. So, this is the reason low. So, in downtrending market, you have to only focus on the lows. In uptrending market, you have to only focus on the highs for it to be a break of structure. So, in downtrending market, it just became downtrending market from here, from this part. Okay, I'll just delete it for now. So it was a higher high over here. This is how the market moves. This is how actual market moves. So it'll create a higher high, and then it'll create a lower low. It'll break structure. This when it breaks a higher low, it is called as a change of character. This change of character is also kind of like a break of structure, but a different type of break of structure. So change of character is usually it means we are reversing change of character. It might be an uptrending market. When you see a a change of character, that means usually it is gonna reverse. It's a sign of reversal. Okay, do not trade just by seeing change of character. We will talk about trading after you watch every single video, which I will upload in the future. So, change of character is basically another type of break of structure when the market is going uptrend. It is from here till here, it is forming higher highs and higher lows. Then it formed a higher high at the end, and then it just broke a higher low. This part. So that becomes a change of character. This is also a type of break of structure. Just know that this is called a change of character, and then it started creating lower high and then lower low. And then when it created this lower high, this lower when it created this lower low, then it formed lower high, then it created a lower low again. This is like the three-layer confirmation we need, so that so that we'll know this is the trend of the market has shifted. So when a lower low is broken, see, this became downtrending market from here. So when a lower low just broke, it is called as a break of structure. So in a uptrending market, we mark the break of structure towards the outside. Okay, don't mess this up. Do not mark the break of structure over. I'll use a trend line to. Do not mark the break of structure over here. I see people making this mistake a lot. Do not do that. Let me just undo it so that you guys don't get confused. Yeah, do not ever do that. So if it's a downtrending market, you should mark the break of structure inside. And if it's an uptrending market, you should mark the break of structure outside. So you should, in order for it to be a break of structure towards the downside, for a downtrending market, you have to watch the lows. It should close below the low. So the candle should close below the low. We don't want any wicks to go down. That won't be a valid break of structure. You want the candle to close during the time frame, which I talked about before. If you have not watched that, go and watch that. I want you guys to watch every single video so that you'll understand what I'm saying. Okay. So the candle should close below that, close below the structure, not the wick. I don't want the wick to go down. If, for example, if the candle is here and the wick might be over here, over, over here, this is not considered as a break of structure. I want the candle. Okay, wait a second. Uh, I want the candle to close below after a certain time frame. That is the confirmation which I need. So I talked about break of structure and change of character. So change of character is basically what happens when an uptrending market changes to a downtrending market. So the break of structure from higher low is called as a change of character, CHOC. I want you to remember this also because we are gonna use the short form a lot. I want you guys to note it down. So and there is some tips which you have to remember. When it is an uptrending market, watch out for the lows, which means it is actually an uptrending market right now. See this, and then I want you guys to watch out the lows because if and if at all the market just closed below this higher low, so just take a screenshot or write it down. When it is an uptrending market, watch out for the lows because if it closed below the low, it might be a sign of reversal or trend change. So it might be, just don't confirm it. It might be a sign of a trend change. So you should watch out for the lows. You should watch out for this higher low so that you can understand if it's a change of character or a break of structure. So it's the same in the other way. If when it is an downtrending market, watch out for the lower highs. So for example, if it just breaks like this and then moves like this, okay, I'll just do this. Okay, I'll just close it. So this has become a new change of character. This is a new change of character. I'll just type it as change of character. CHOC. Okay, this is a change of character because it was a downtrending market. It started moving towards an uptrending market. This is how market moves. So when it's an uptrending market, you have to just keep an eye on this higher lows so that you will notice if a lower low is forming. And same in same in the case of it's the same in the case of this one. Downtrending market, you have to watch out for the lower highs so that you will see a sign of reversal or yeah, basically that. So that you will see if there is a change of character and a trend change is happening. So I will just give another example. Like I want you guys to tell what is happening. This is an uptrending market, then it's just break of structure, downtrending market, boom, 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 boom. This is how a real market moves. Okay, what is happening here? What is happening here? So this much is an uptrending market. Okay, this much is an uptrending market. So these are higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Then we have break of structure here, second break of structure over here, and then this one is change of character, and then it created a lower low, then lower high. It just break the higher low. This is why I told you to watch out for the lows. So it just broke the higher lows and created a new lower low, and then created a lower high, and then lower low, lower high, then lower low. Then it just consolidated over here. If you don't know what is consolidated, I've taught about this in the previous video. And then it created, this is not a lower high, it's just making a normal market structure. So these are market structures. These are also called as market structures. You should understand about the market structure properly before trading, or else you can lose your money. Because I didn't understand. One of the mistakes I've made in my trading is not understanding the market structure properly. This is one of the most important things you need to know. That's why I'm making two parts of this. And then there is liquidity, which is really important, which you have to know. Before that, we'll talk about this breakup structure. Next video, I'll show it in the graph what is happening. So this is how the market is actually moving. It just consolidated and then created a lower low. Then this became the lower high actually, and then just or else you can consider this as a lower high also if you don't want to consider this as a consolidating market. Just and then over here the market structure has shifted. This is change of character, or you could also say this is also a change of character. This is basically where change of character happened, and break of structure will be happening over here. These are break of structures. Break of structures when it's a downtrending market. Oh, why is it not moving? Oh, wait. Okay, okay, yeah. So this is a change of character. This is a break of structure. It was downtrending till here. It was a lower low. Then this is a lower high, right? This became the lower high. The reason lower highs. So we just broke the lower high and formed a higher high. This is a higher high. HH. I want you guys to rewind it again if you felt confused over here. So it was downtrending lower high, lower low, lower low. This is lower low, this is lower high, lower low. Then it consolidated. This is kind of like a lower high, then lower low again, and then we just broke the lower high. This I'll just type it as lower high over here. Lower high. This is how actual market looks. Everything won't be as simple as what you see over here. It won't be showing like that. So this is how it'll be. So this is a change of character if you want it to be an easier figure. So this will be a change of character. I want you guys to understand the concept first. And then before understanding this, if you go to graph, you will be confused, properly confused. So I will just give you one last example, okay? So one last example so that it'll be fine. It'll be clear for you guys. So higher high, higher low. I mean like this. Boom, 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 boom. Or else this will happen. Boom, boom, boom. This is how actually the markets will be moving. So this is lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. It is a downtrending market. And then this didn't form a lower low, but it is like a same level of as the previous lower low. So this can be also considered as a new lower low. Okay. So it should be at least like this to form a breakup structure over here. So breakup structure for this is inside, over here, inside, inside. Do not mess that up. And then breakup structure here. This became a change of character. Should I mark everything? This became, I'll just mark the change of character. This became the change of character. Then this is an uptrending market again. And then it just created a lower high again over here. What do you see? A change of character. Then break of structure. Then over here, there's a break of structure. See, this is how the market moves. This became the lower high. And if you thought this is actually a small change of character which happened over here, just broke. This is a lower high, right? This one is a lower high, small lower high. If you check it properly, this is a small lower high. It just okay. This is a lower high. Then this is a change of character, but what happened? Did it just change the trend completely? No, it didn't reverse. Continued. It was a fake out. We call this as a fake out. You just faked out and it continues the same way. So that is called as a fake out. So this is all there is to know about breakup structure. After this, we are going to see in the graph. When you see in the graph, it might feel a bit more complicated. That's why I'm going to make it as a part 2 video. So see you the next day. Bye bye.